What a night. Keir Starmer has got the kind of spanking that you'd expect to see in 50 Shades of Grey.
Door open. Rubbish heavy. Oh, hello, sir. You work in the butchers, obviously, or are you just carrying around a sheep? Looks like a goat.
Journalist Dan Hodges has reported that a cabinet minister has informed him that, quotes, they believe Keir Starmer will announce he's standing down this week without the need for a contest.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's because they kept advertising free stuff to foreigners who didn't speak our language, and people decided they didn't really fancy any more of that.
But it's not just about taking responsibility for the results. It's about taking responsibility to explain how, as a political and electoral force, we will be better and do better in the months and years ahead.
So kitchen knives, of course, it's very difficult. They're domestic knife. I do think there is areas of innovation that we can do with kitchen knives. I hate to say it, not all kitchen knives need to have a point on them.
I'll be honest with you. One of the guilty pleasures I have in life is watching liberals be torn down by their own policies, by their own actions, by their own words. And right now, I'm really enjoying Keir Starmer and his demise. Not only did he get obliterated in a recent election where a new Reform Party has just taken leaps and strides, and it's taking from the Liberal Party, it's taking from the Conservative Party in the UK, and they're rebuilding the UK. Patriots of the United Kingdom are actually taking their country back. And it's leading to Keir Starmer being forced, potentially speculation, as early as this week to resign. That's incredible. The UK is finally doing to Keir Starmer what Canada did to Justin Trudeau. Get rid of this schmuck. Let's have a look at this video. All I ask in return is for you guys to hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're in the UK, sit down and enjoy your bowl of water, because this is going to be a funny ass video. Here we go.
What a night. Keir Starmer has got the kind of spanking that you'd expect to see in 50 Shades of Grey. As I speak, Labour has lost more than 1,300 seats, apparently.
Wow.
They have lost Wales for the first time in 100 years. The Labour First Minister in Wales lost her seat. People just didn't like 20-mile-an-hour speed limits, becoming a nation of sanctuary for the third world and terrible healthcare, did they? So there you go. Sunderland's gone. Newcastle's gone. They've lost control of Camden, they've lost Westminster, and I can't think why.
بالقوائم سوف نقوم بإرسال معلومات إضافية إليكم مباشرة. شكرا.
আমরা আপনারা জানাতাম স্যার যে ওয়েস্টমিনস্টার কাউন্সিল আমরা হাউজিং রেজিস্টার সিস্টেমরে বদলাইতাম.
You know what's so funny? Look at the guy. He's like totally shell-shocked. What the hell did they say? That ain't English. That ain't Harry Potter. Bloody hell. So this is happening around the world. We've seen it. It's happening in Australia. It's somewhat happening in New Zealand. It's happening in Canada. And they tried to make this happen in the United States. I don't know where this new age, we're going to ruin a country's culture and a country's, like what they believe in, everything that they stand for, because we're so progressive and we're so inclusive. Like, that shit has got to stop. And the UK is finally putting an end to it, which may be the motivation for other countries to do what the UK is doing.
Oh, yeah, maybe it's because they kept advertising free stuff to foreigners who didn't speak our language, and people decided they didn't really fancy any more of that. In Birmingham, they've lost seats to this lot.
Only one independent in those, that's Asim Khan. We don't want people who have been with the Labour Party previously.
What the heck is this, man? Come on. I mean, really? He's not even speaking English.
Gosh, Labour losing because of mass immigration of people from various different Muslim countries. I mean, why else might Labour have lost out in Birmingham?
Coming to the butchers with me. Door open. Rubbish heavy. Oh, hello, sir. You work in the butchers, obviously, or are you just carrying around a sheep? Looks like a goat.
Yeah, Oh, it's the bin strike as well, isn't it? The bin strike everywhere. Labour has lost control of now, I think, it's 11 councils, including Tameside, a Labour stronghold for 47 years. Labour MPs Nadia Whittome, Upsana Begum, Jonathan Brash, Clive Lewis, Ian Lavery, Graham Stringer, and plenty more have called for him to go. Cabinet Minister Ed Miliband has reportedly told him to go. Barry Gardner has called for him to go.
People are finally waking up, and it's a boot time, okay? This is happening around the world, good for the UK, and it's a massive shell shock, especially to Keir Starmer himself. We're going to get into what Keir has said recently, but now we have to take a look at the fact that Keir Starmer could be set to step down as Prime Minister this week amid growing threats of a leadership challenge.
Well, breaking tonight, Sir Keir Starmer looks set to resign as Prime Minister in this coming week. I know you've heard it all before, but we've seen huge speculation this evening that suggests the Prime Minister's time has indeed run out. Wes Streeting has told Sir Keir Starmer that he is preparing his case to be the next Prime Minister. The Telegraph has indeed disclosed this evening. Former Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner has also posted on X this evening demanding that Starmer allows Andy Burnham to return to Westminster. She's also criticised a so-called toxic culture in Number 10 and said it might be Labour's last chance to reverse its fortunes. And a couple of hours ago, journalist Dan Hodges has reported that a cabinet minister has informed him that, quotes, they believe Keir Starmer will announce he's standing down this week without the need for a contest. He goes on to say that this is the first time he's heard this directly from a cabinet minister. Well, he's also wrote this on X. Cabinet Minister tells me they are now confident a leadership challenge will be triggered this week. And it doesn't end there. LBC journalist Andrew Marr has said on X, it appears to be happening. Wes ready to move, and perhaps Angela as well. And breaking in the last hour, the far-left MP for Norwich South has thrown his weight behind Andy Burnham in a very long post on X. So, would Clive Lewis be willing to stand aside as soon as tomorrow, perhaps, to let Andy Burnham stand for Parliament? I think now, with a high degree of confidence, I'm willing to say and reiterate that I think the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, will resign this week and act as a caretaker in the meantime. The question is, will he do it without a leadership challenge being triggered, or will he go before he's pushed? I can also say one more thing on behalf of Britain. Bye-bye, Keir Starmer.
Oh, my goodness. This makes me so happy.
We won't miss you.
We won't miss you. It reminds me of Justin Trudeau absolutely ruining and destroying Canada. Hopefully the Brits can have a handle on what happens next. But now we got to take a look at a speech that Keir just gave. He just gave it. Watch how he's panicking. He's blaming British people for voting in a Reform Party through council elections. He's blaming them. He's taking no accountability. Take a listen.
Brilliant Labour representatives. That hurts. And it should hurt. I get it. I feel it. And I take responsibility. But it's not just about taking responsibility for the results. It's about taking responsibility to explain how, as a political and electoral force, we will be better and do better in the months and years ahead.
These wackos wait till they get absolutely pummeled in the polls, and then they apologize and go, "Oh yeah, crikey, yeah, hello, I may have made an oopsie daisy. I may have made a little bit of an oopsie daisy," instead of acknowledging the millions. We're talking like 5 to 10 million people protests that was going on in the UK. I think it was all mostly organized by Tommy Robinson. Okay, like the UK has been screaming from rooftops in the tens of millions of people going, hey, you've broken this, fix it, okay, fix it. Fix it, Kamora, or whatever kind of spell they have in Harry Potter to fix it. This is insane. And now, only now, have the polls shown that there's a bit of a oopsie daisy. I accept full responsibility now that it's too late. And now that I've made my millions and millions of dollars. Like, fuck off. Come on, you've had years to realize what you're doing. And now I realize. Now I realize all of a sudden. Come on.
Because we are not just facing dangerous times, but dangerous opponents.
Oh, here
Very
he goes.
dangerous opponents.
Slandering the other
This
party.
hurts not just because Labour has done badly,
Oh,
but
yeah,
because
that's-
if we don't get this right, our country will go down a very dark path. So just as I take responsibility for the results, I also take responsibility for delivering the change that we promised, for a stronger and fairer Britain that we must build. I take responsibility for navigating us through a world that is more dangerous than at any time in my life. And I take responsibility for not walking away, not plunging our country into chaos as the Tories did time and again, chaos that did lasting damage to this country. A Labour government would never be forgiven for inflicting that on our country again.
It's a little too late, Kiss. It's a little too late. Oh my goodness. And it gets even funnier. It gets even funnier. His little meltdowns and his little, you could see him in his face and in his words trying to process in real time the damage that he's done and the concession speech. It's almost a concession speech that he's doing, frankly, right? Just watch this.
I will set a new direction for Britain.
People don't want
The
you.
last government was defined by breaking our relationship with Europe. This Labour government will be defined by rebuilding our relationship with Europe, by putting Britain at the heart of Europe, so that we are stronger on the economy, stronger on trade, stronger on defence, you name it. Because standing shoulder to shoulder with the countries that most share our interests, our values, and our enemies, that is the right choice for Britain. That is the Labour choice.
This guy sounds exactly identical to Justin Trudeau, just with a wee bit of a British accent difference. When Justin Trudeau was on his way out, when Justin Trudeau knew that the gravy train was over, Keir Starmer knows that it's over. This is a concession speech. He's trying to rally motivation for the party instead of him because he's going to have to step down. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. What the hell else is he going to do? The whole country, more than 50%. Of the country hates this guy. He's done.
And for our young people, also something more. Because Brexit snatched away their ability to work, to study, and to live easily in Europe. That's why I'm proud we restored the Erasmus scheme. But I want to go further. I want to make a better offer for our young people. Restore that hope, that freedom, that sense of possibility. And so I want an ambitious youth experience scheme to be at the heart of our new arrangement with the EU, so that our young people can work, can study and live in Europe, a symbol of a stronger relationship and a fairer future with our closest allies. That is the Labour choice.
With our closest allies. It sounds exactly like all the progressive leaders from all the progressive countries that have turned into a massive melting pot of progressive dumpster fire, of letting so many other low quality, let's call it like it is, people from other countries around the world into your country to dilute your own population, to cause crime and chaos and discombobulate everybody. And now he's panicking. because people are now in the streets actively saying, immigration, deport these people. You got 70, 80-year-old grannies who are saying, you need to go. You don't belong here. Get out. Get the hell out of here. Right? It's so funny what's happened to the UK. It's not funny, haha. This is funny right now. Keir Starmer panicking and realizing that he's screwed an entire generation, multiple generations of people that live in the UK. The UK was royalty. It's supposed to be royalty. And now it's... I don't even have a word to describe it. Maybe you down in the comments can describe what the UK has turned into in one sentence or a few words. But let's watch Keir's absolutely panic, because believe it or not, it actually does get funnier.
Now, other parties will draw different lessons. In fact, they already are. More pointing at Britain's problems, looking not for solutions, but for someone to blame. Now, that's fine if it's me, if it's politicians, that's the job. But increasingly, it's not. It's other people in this country. And I don't think that's British. That is not the decency and respect that we are known for. But it's here.
So what he's trying to say is, blame me, don't blame the millions of Muslims that I let in to invade the country, to bring in a totally lower quality of life to the country, denormalize everything, right? People used to be able to leave their cars unlocked at night and their houses unlocked at night or during the day when they go to work. And they can't do that now because you've got people in the streets walking around looking to loot people's homes and break into people's cars. You've got a stabbing problem in the UK, a literal stabbing problem because they can't get guns anywhere. So what do people resort to? Knives. Well, let's take a look, kids. Let's take a look at knives, because actor Idris Elba has an idea to stop knife attacks in the UK. Yeah, that's how crazy the UK has become. Listen to this.
The truth is that kitchen knives are perhaps 25% of the knives used in most of the terrible crimes. That's one of the stats in the films. And those kitchen knives are usually a domestic situation, okay? So kitchen knives, of course, it's very difficult. They're a domestic knife. I do think there is areas of innovation that we can do with kitchen knives. I hate to say it, not all kitchen knives need to have a point on them.
Stopping UK knife attacks is cutting the tips off of kitchen knives so that all you can do with the kitchen knife is chop, 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 chop. Well, I hate to tell you, Idris Elba, okay, whatever the hell your name is, but people in the UK that can't get guns or can't get other forms of a weapon or whatever the hell they're trying to do, okay, they're not just going to stab you with knives. They've got machetes and they're slicing at people. We've seen people's hands cut off at gas stations in the UK. It's chaos in the streets. And the answer comes from an actor to cut the tips off the knives. Cut the tips off the knives. That right there, that'll solve the crime, all the crime in the UK. That right there. Not deport people, not get rid of all the people that are bad actors in the UK, but cut the tips off the bloody knives. That's the answer. What the heck? Anyways, like and subscribe for more videos like this. This is funny. It's not funny to see the UK fall. We've seen it coming from a mile away. What is funny is to watch the politicians eat shit. That's what's so funny, because they're now on the hook for the damage that they caused. They realized, oh, bloody hell, I've got no more power. It's coming to an end. Yeah, it is coming to an end, not just in the UK, but everywhere else around the world, because people are fed up with tolerating this. It's not happening anymore. People have been called racist. That doesn't mean anything anymore. Get the hell out of our countries.